Hello everyone. In this lesson today I'm going to show you how to draw one of the four basic shapes, in this case the cone. This system of using these intersecting lines we can judge by looking at the distance from here to here and make sure that it's the same, and likewise at the back here. So I won't spend too much time, but there's our ellipse, and we're going to draw here. There's two drawings I'm going to do. One is a manufactured thing, in this case a funnel, and the other will be something in a more natural sort of example of a cone, and I've chosen an image which I'll see if you can guess what it might be, but it's part of the human body, quickly so that we don't spend too much time. So I'll polish that one up. Okay, so see if you can guess what we're going to do here, and also I'd like to encourage you to wait around. I'm going to draw here an image, and I'm going to show you how we can create intrigue and mystery and tell us stories, make some kind of more interesting illustration. I'll do a little bit more detail in that one, but let's see what we can do here. We've got, I'll just start it off here. It's going to be a cone. What do you think it is? It's part of the human body. Okay, so can you guess? If you got it right, put in the comment and say that I got it right. And yes, you can start to see that it's a nose. And forgive me for stretching it a bit, but in a sense you could see the whole structure of the nose as being like a cone. So when we're doing these basic shapes, we try to really simplify whatever we're looking at. There's four basic shapes in nature and in man-made things, and if we can simplify there, we have our two examples of a manufactured cone and a natural cone. There's lots of examples that you can find in the environment, so think about that. But I want to start now on this picture. This is from an old photograph that I took in a local railway station. I'll show you the image later on, but let's start. I'm going to put a figure here. I've got a center line, and it's a back view of this young guy. And he's wearing a beret. He's a bit of a fashionista, I think. When you're drawing figures like this, you need to do, the image I'm using is not a very detailed photograph that I took a few years ago, and this is why we need a knowledge of anatomy. So we need to know the proportions. So how far out is that shoulder from the head, you see? So just trace through a line like that. This one we've got a little bit more. Okay, also always find the midpoint. Gives you an idea. and we know the proportions of the body and the leg in particular in this case. And I think we can go out even further. Just we trace a line up like so and see how far it is from the head. So we really want to get this pose. It's quite an interesting pose, quite dynamic. And just draw it in the old stick figure method that I've been showing you in other videos. And so he's standing, waiting for something. But I'm going to add a bit of mystery to it later. There's his midpoint there. So we use that knee and we can come across here and approximate it here. Let's do that again. Yeah, it's an interesting pose because there's quite a bit of space in here. So as I've said in other videos, always try to look for the spaces made by the various shapes. So in this case we've got these legs like so, and we can look at the space inside. I'm just keeping him nice and simple at the moment. Now his boots are coming right out about here. Okay, so I'm just sketching it in at the moment. I'm not concerned with detail. When you're drawing the figure especially, keep it nice and loose. Don't get too tight, and travel around the drawing as well. So he's carrying a bag. And we can't see his arms because they're in front of him. So he's got this bag loosely on his back and coming out there. Right, now he's got straps that one goes here and one goes here, and we can see I'll just pop it in. I'll just make sure that space is right. Just bring it down slightly. And his hand, we can just see a glimpse of his hand, so you don't need any detail for that. We've got the halfway point here, so this part of his top is in here, and then this continues down, and he's actually wearing shorts. He's wearing shorts, and just work on this a little bit more. Head might be just slightly small. We'll just see what happens down here. Yeah, just bring this down a bit. Yeah, just a little tiny bit more. This is why I say to you that don't lock yourself into detail yet, because you'll discover things, especially if you go outside to do something for a little while, and then you come back, and sometimes it refreshes you and you see how it is. Okay, I've got the figure right. Just with that head, might be just slightly. I can see, right. So don't lock yourself in, and take a little walk, and you'll see flaws in your drawing when you take half an hour off or something like that. If it's not working, then go for a little walk. Right, I'm happier now. Good. Okay, so I want to put a bit of a background in this. So I'm going to show you, before we continue, I'm going to show you what I'm working with. So, can you see him? This is a random photograph. I do this sort of thing all the time. It's on a little suburban railway station in Tokyo, and just take random shots. So you find, as you look, really interesting poses, and it really makes you look around and you see this one here. She's very interesting too. Okay, I want to do some background now. Well, I might as well use that railway line, platform line, coming down, something like that. Okay, about I'll just take it out about there. Now I'm going to make this into a picture which is a little bit more interesting, and how to add a bit of intrigue. So we can imagine, I'm not going to use the platform, I'm going to do something which is from my experience of looking around. We can imagine we want to add intrigue and add a little bit of tension, and I can do that by using our good old friend the cone. Just draw that line through there. Now imagine he's on an old footpath, or going up to a vanishing point up here somewhere, and he wants to go. Imagine this is a little lane that he wants to go and have a cup of coffee with his friend, and he can't get there. Something's blocking his way. Okay, so that's that part. What could it be? So we can put our old friend the cone here. Okay, right, just in thinking mode at the moment. So as I said before, we draw a vertical line, find a horizon somewhere, and draw that square in perspective. And this is helping to balance the picture too. As you can see, he's off center. Okay, so as I did before, you don't need to do this after a while. You just see it in your head without having to do all those lines. But I want to show you as much as I can how we might draw the cone. And you practice it, practice and practice. That's the key. Yeah, I'll just take that line up there. Right. Okay. I'll put in detail later. Get it right first. That's the object. So this cone is here. He wants to go in there. Imagine. I mean, I'm just making up a story for you, but you can see you can apply all of this to any illustration that you're making, and it's a barrier that's creating this tension. Now this will be quite dark, so this can be a striped barrier. So if this is going to be dark, which it will be, might as well just suggest that right now. The whole point of this basic shapes idea is that if we can see those basic shapes in the world around us, it allows us to simplify and therefore to be able to improve our drawing. Idea the basic shapes, the cone in this case, can be found anywhere in the man-made world or in nature. There's lots of natural cones around, mountains and all sorts of things. So if this was helpful to you, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe to my channel. I've got a growing number of subscribers now, and it's really very heartening because I can be inspired, and I am inspired by, and I'm grateful to all of those people who are following me.